Hey, my little angels, come on in, come in. I am so happy to see you. And it's a beautiful day here. A little cold, but it's beautiful. The sun is shining, and I am rocker chick glory. That's right, Andy Angel likes to be rocker chick, okay? Still trying to convince myself I'm cool. Or still cool, if I ever was cool. Anyways, if I ever was cool is kind of the topic of today's video, but we'll get to that in just a second. First, let me welcome in the new people. Hi, new people. Hi. I'm so glad that you're here. Please come on in, come in. And if you like it, you can give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Comments are incredible. I love the comments. I love knowing what you think. I love interacting with you. Please, and definitely please, hit that subscribe button below. Really appreciate it. And for those of you that are returning, hi guys. I'm so glad that you're here. You guys make my channel. What can I say? So you may have noticed a few changes. I was starting to feel like I was going for a homey, comfortable environment, but it started to look super cluttered. So I actually hung our positive affirmation blanket over my bookcase, so you don't see all the books and whatnots that I have over there. And I think it's nice to see those words as well, you know. And then I moved the jewels to over here so more people could see them. And I'm starting to decorate for spring and Easter. I just don't want it to be too cluttered. That's my thing, okay. I had something to show you. I was so excited to show it to you. But I put it in upside down, and I think the gas ran out, but I'll show it to you anyways. I've seen Ray Moon use this torch to light her candles. And literally, the little kid in me went, ooh. So I wanted it. So I finally found one. And of course, it didn't come full, so I had to order butane, so I had to wait another day. And then I got Uncle Angel to fill it for me. But when I went to use it, it's out. But I think I hung it this way in my case, and I guess it ran out. So what I'm going to do, and it probably dissipated, is keep it like this. So I'm going to fill it later, and hopefully tonight we can fill it up. Okay? So, another thing. Speaking of new people, there is a brand new ASMR artist. I think she's got about 3 videos out right now. And I know this because I binge watched all 3 this morning. It's Sunshine on My Shoulder ASMR. And I actually found her because she mentioned me. And when you mention someone in writing, it's in your YouTube studio. So I checked her out. Oh my gosh. I love this woman, okay? She has the nicest voice, the most perfect voice for ASMR. She has some great, unique ideas. And I could just watch her for days. So I would really strongly suggest you give her a check. So think about subscribing, please. So it's Sunshine on My Shoulders ASMR. She has the best story of this farmhouse. And I don't want to tell the story but it's my dream come true, okay? What they found, it's like, oh. Well, I'll tell you just a little bit. They found a trunk in the attic. And that's my dream come true after I got over my initial thought. I have a vivid imagination, you guys. So my first thought when I saw a trunk, it would be, God, I hope there's not a body in that. So once I get over that, I'd be very excited what's in it. And she found treasures, man. Oh. So definitely, please give her a check. Okay. So yeah, I'm loving this, finding new people and being right at the beginning. And I just remember how kind everyone was to me. And that's what I just love about this community. We really are a community, guys. We are part of something. Which segues into the topic of today's conversation. When to become a part of something. Okay. I had a very interesting email from someone who feels like they may have, I don't want to use the word wasted, but that was the general impression, wasted their experience at college and maybe didn't get as much out of it as they could have socially. I also have seen a lot of Baby Angel and her friends express the same thing. And I'll tell you right now, I am going to blame COVID for this whole generation of people. I know for a lot of kids, starting something new, going from a smaller school where you've known everyone for a few years into a bigger environment can be exciting. You can see it as a new opportunity. You can see it as I'm getting rid of all the past and starting all fresh and new. We'll talk about that in just a second, guys. But COVID killed that for a lot of people. That was Baby Angel and her friends. Grade 9, forget about it. It was all online. Grade 10 was probably 75% online. Grade 11 was the first year. So really 11, 12, they've only had 2 years of high school, really, as far as I'm concerned, socially. And for someone who's not comfortable with social media, and there are a lot of people of all different age groups who are not comfortable with social media, it can be very difficult. Because the people who are very comfortable with it have already formed their cliques and their friendships, and you kind of feel like you're always on the outside looking in. And that can go all the way from high school to university, grade school, anything, okay? Don't be the person that makes someone feel left out, please. Bring them in. That's what I love about ASMR. This community, we bring people in. That's why I always say at the beginning, come in, come in. You're welcome here. You know, so many people start off with welcome or hello, that greeting that just makes you feel, I've been waiting for you, and I have been. But I don't want people, and again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm not an anthropologist, I'm just me. But I keep my eyes and ears open, and in 57 years, I have made a lot of mistakes, and I have learned from them, okay? I learned from others, I learned from myself. And you guys know that I started this to spread kindness and positivity, to end the stigma of mental health, and to kind of pay back, because I receive so much support and love from the ASR community, just listening to the creators, that I wanted to give back. And if I can save you guys any pain or struggle, or if you can save yourself making a mistake by learning from mine, that's better. I like that, because I don't want you to struggle. I don't want any extra pain. We all grow from struggle and pain. I know that. But I'm Auntie Angel. I'll protect you from anything. Okay, so look at where you are right now. Don't throw away where you are right now because you're looking at what can be. Okay? Look at where you are right now. And if you're at the end of a journey, your end of high school, end of college, going into another program, starting a new job, don't end it with regrets. Okay? Even if you take one step, one tiny wee step forward. Hi, how are you? How'd you do on that test? Well, that was a killer class, wasn't it? You know, it's a shame, but sometimes you get to know people just at the very end. But that gives you an opportunity to get to know them better later. Let's meet up for coffee, even if we're not going to the same program or the same school. That kind of thing. But starting something new is a great opportunity, okay? It gives you the chance to kind of break out of your comfort zone. And I admire anyone who tries to do that, okay? Because that's hard. It's called a comfort zone for a reason, peeps. We're comfortable there. It's really scary to step out of that. Even when I make certain videos, guys, I was terrified to talk about my fertility. I was terrified to talk about the Ozempic. The first video I ever did where I talked about having long COVID was terrifying for me because I was so afraid I would get backlash from people. I didn't. I got so many beautiful comments and so many people were strong and brave to share their own stories. It just helped everybody, okay? So it can be scary and it doesn't always work. It does not always work. I've had a few cases where it did not work. One involving karaoke, but that's for another video. And a lot of mimosas happened. And no amount of mimosas can make you a good singer. I'm just saying. I know this from experience. However, starting something new, great. Have a plan. You can't just walk in and expect everything's going to change. Have a plan. A little wee plan. Not giant, I'm going to be a whole new person. Because you know what? I like who you are right now. As Mark Darcy said to Bridget Jones, I like you just as you are. And not everyone has these mega groups of friends. Like friends. Did you ever notice on Friends, they only had each other? Did you ever see them going out with other people? Hardly ever. The only one that really seemed to was Phoebe. But that's not real life either. It's okay to just have a small core group. It's okay to just have big groups. People's tastes and friendships are going to change throughout the years. I'm a firm believer in people are in your life at a time for a reason. Not everyone's going to be there forever. You know, some people drift away. Some people you have a disagreement with. Some people are just there to teach you something. Maybe you're there to teach them something. Okay. But if you're going into a new environment, have a plan. Join a club. I think it's a lot easier in colleges and universities, even jobs, because you already have something in common with everyone there. You already joined the same place, especially if you're in a specific program. If you're going for a higher degree, you're all there for the same purpose. Join a study group. Even if you don't need it, maybe you can help people. Things like that. Participate. Not to the point you're obnoxious, because believe me, I once did that too. But enough that people are like, oh, okay, I see that person. You're seen. Okay. Your plan has to be comfortable for you, even if you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay. And don't start with, I'm going to be the coolest person here. And whatever you do, guys, and believe me, you're going to be tempted. I did. When I started high school, not only was I going to be a new person, I made up a new person. Which would have been great if somebody who knew the old me wasn't there and decided to tell everyone. I thought I'd never get over that, the humiliation. And this was a mean girl. And I did. And it was fine. People forgot about it. So don't lie. Don't make up anything about yourself. Okay? Because you are enough. You really, really are. You're perfect the way you are. If you want more from relationships, more from experiences, like I said, join some clubs. Go to a pub night. You don't have to drink. You know, don't think you have to drink or do drugs or, you know, do something that's against you, like talk about other people. Oh Lord, don't talk about other people. I'm going to tell you something that I have told my daughter and her friends since they were little. I also taught confirmation classes, and I remember saying this, and I remember all of the other facilitators nodding, and I could see this one girl look at another girl like, not us. And I said to them, If they bring gossip to you, they will bring gossip from you. If they talk about someone to you, they will talk about you. And these two girls just looked at each other. And I said, I saw that look. You'll see. Years later, one of them said to me, you were right. Easiest way is to not talk about somebody. It's so tempting. Just don't. Become that person that they're like, don't gossip in front of them, because they won't, you know. Or they'll defend their friends. So be the person you want to be, okay? Because you're enough. You really are. New experiences can be great, but don't throw away you. I like you. And if you feel like you didn't make the most of your experiences, you know why you feel that way? Because you've grown. Growth is great. It's inevitable. Same as change. And if you're feeling like that, it means you've grown from the person you were already. You're already growing. You're already starting to accept new experiences. And I just want the best for you. I really do. Okay. If you've spent all your time on your studies and not the social part, it's a balance. If you spend all your time on your social and not your studies, it's a balance. You gotta balance them, you know? It's really hard, okay? Everyone talks about the work-home life balance, blah, 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 blah. I always remember, because it used to drive me insane. We had a priest who would talk about the balance between mind, body, and soul. And he talked about it like it was a three-legged stool. And as long as you kept the balance, you were fine. But if you spent too much on two and not on the other, you would tip. But the way he talked about balance, and I would hear people talk about it, I'm like, no, 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 no. It's not balance to me. It's priority. You need to prioritize. And it is a balancing in your priorities. But sometimes something is good. If you've got exams coming up, Auntie Angel says, your studies take priority. If you have a deadline coming up, your work is going to take priority. If your kids need you, that is always your priority. If your mental health requires something of you, that is your number one priority. If your physical health needs something from you, that's your number one priority. Okay. Taking care of you is not selfish. Taking care of you is self-care. Taking care of you means you can take care of other people or other things. Okay. That's all that means. But back to starting new experiences. Great. Do them. Enjoy them. Really. But don't lose you in the process. Okay. Grow. Because remember what we always say. Grow through what you go through. I know it's trite, but if you think about it, sometimes it really does help us get there, which is, you know, something I like to think about sometimes. How did I get here? Would I go back and change anything? But if I did, would I be here? Which isn't easy when you're going through a hard time, when you're feeling lonely, okay? You're not alone. You really aren't. Sometimes we feel like we are. And sometimes we are sitting beside someone who is thinking exactly the same thing we are. Sometimes we're sitting beside someone who is like, man, I wish someone would just say hello. If somebody would just say hi. I remember Uncle Angel and I one time had this argument. And we stopped talking. And we went to bed mad. Which we always said we wouldn't do. But I'm not staying up for 3 days because I'm mad at him. Or vice versa. But there's nothing worse when you're mad at someone and they fall asleep first. Like, poke you. Anyways. I remember laying there thinking, if he makes any kind of advance to end this, I'll end it. I will. Well, neither one of us did. But we did make up the next day. And I said that to him. He goes, oh my gosh. He's like, Kim, I thought the same thing. If you even had said anything, if you had held my hand, it would have been over. We would have talked. So there's a perfect example of two people who know each other really well, but we're waiting for the other to make the move. So a stranger could be, you know, somebody could be feeling exactly the same way you are. In fact, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Whether you find each other, I don't know, but I guarantee it. Anyways, I hope that's helped. I really do. And please keep your comments and questions coming. Any video ideas, I love them. I can't do them all. I'm getting a lot, and I'll be honest, I'm starting to get a little bit overwhelmed trying to get them all done. But everybody is so kind. You know, if you've requested something and I told you it's in the works, it will come. I just haven't had the chance yet, but it's coming. I have a book where I write them all down because you guys are important. And as always, you guys, I love you, I value you, I honor you, and I'm so very, very glad that you were born.